You undefeated through the play-in stages. It's World Championship 2017 in Wu.
Like I said, they're playing safe enough. They're just playing safe. That's all they have to do right now. Their composition is a little bit better in that mid-late game, especially if the Draven doesn't get anything early. Or the Nidalee, right? And Brox is keeping pace with the Nidalee. Right now, though, Soaz can flash the spear. He's going to be okay, still with that CS advantage.
Spear does a lot of damage, so as respecting the fact that that Nidalee could burst him down. Here's the unleashed power onto Caps. Jumps away, the flash by Null. Caps is clapped in the mid lane by Null.
Solo kill by Null, and he also had to go flash for no flash there. It's something they had to worry about. So going aggressive, I think they may have missed the window where they were just trying to push and not do a lot of turret damage. But I feel like they missed the window for Draven to really just keep autoing, keep getting damage, and push it in. So I think a little bit of a failure there in terms of the aggressive play that we were looking to see.
There's the chain of corruption, there's the charm, there's the quickness, there's the jump in. Broxer joins the fray as well. That is a very dead Draven.
4-man bottom, didn't need it, but we still see Soaz coming in with the ultimate, and that was just the chain CC. They lost control of the bottom side of the map, and that's exactly what you want to see from Fnatic. And they just shut down those adoration stacks, like you were saying. There was that Draven nerf where he loses even more.
He does. It might even be first tower blood down towards that bottom side as well.
But now we see 3 people mid as a potential counter from Young Generation. They're going to try to go for the second clap.
The ward there actually spots them as they come around. Caps knocked back, flash hook, Pallet. That's another kill onto Caps. Pallet will secure it. TP coming in from Soas to try and save the tower. Meanwhile, bottom lane tower
opened up. But look at this. I talked about the lack of flashes earlier. They're going to go for it now.
Doesn't quite get the connection. Explosive cast knocks him back, but the charm is going to land in the end as Big Koro caught up, overextended in the top lane, and will eventually fall to Broxer. Reckless was trying to get the kill for himself, and Broxer just swipe 5, and they've got the teleport. But if you put Soaz up there, Stack United joins so much quicker.
Yeah, he's going to maybe try and get mid priority, but there's TP already, and they got the TP out now from Caps.
Infernal Drake's still there.
There's so much engaged from Fnatic. There's so much engaged. I don't know if you can walk even close to this. They're so scared. Yeah, exactly. You have to watch out for that. Venus still got hit by it.
Does manage to get away, but Fnatic will take their just desserts in the form of an Infernal Dragon.
Well, also mid lane priority. You'll push this out. If somebody gets caught in rotation, it could be the second turret in mid lane going down. Remember, we talked about they have the Glacial Prison, but they also have things like the ultimate from Reckless.
He's got a hook onto Broxer as well. The chain of corruption is going to come down. There's the quickness from Jez as he tries to lock him up. Caps jumps in, but knocked back by Ren. Good body buff from him. Jez goes low. Big Koro is now opening up the axes. He's chucking them into the back of Soaz and secures himself a kill. I think I saw 329 extra gold for him as well.
Nice. Caps. Looking for Venus, though. He wanted to be able to burst him, but remember, LeBlanc takes a little more time for that.
That's not the sort of play you expect to see
Baron?
from someone who's gone 0-2 in lane. And Young Generation could call for the Baron. Ren is there.
It's a bait. Ren still has Body Slam Flash. Oh, Pallet!
Flash from Pallet. Broxer gets body bopped up. Null's going to get the scat of the week as well, and that is a very dead Sejuani.
They killed the jungler. They killed the top laner. Now, they ended up getting off of that. Null got mana back from having the Morellos. Now they can start this up. They just have to avoid the engage. But remember, stand united.
Well, they've still killed Broxer. Perhaps they've killed the hopes of EU. Caps jumping in. Here goes Jez's as well. Baron down to 2,000. Ren gets jumped out of the pit. The Baron falls. It's gone to Young Generation. And they've still got members alive. Jez is low, but 3 members have died. And it's only Null and Ren who will escape to the backside.
That was... Hold on, though.
Engage onto Ren. There's the chain as well. Here comes Broxer looking for the stun. Can't quite get it. Ren once again escapes. Perhaps an overcommit there from Fnatic into the Young Generation.
Brox is 100% in Sejuani range there. If he has Q up, QR, 100% you can hit him there. But decides it's better to save that in case. Is this a base race?
Oh, it'd be beautiful if it was. It looks like Fnatic are just going to get one turret, but they might lose their inhibitor tower here. Caps is backing. Baron is going to help them push in. Big Koro, Pallet, and Null going to be able to break the inhibitor line, and Venus is doing a great job of keeping Fnatic alive. Fnatic actually going to chase back onto Venus, but this is an inhibitor gone. For Fnatic, they will get a kill onto the Nidalee, but how much have they lost for this? Venus is still escaping. Eventually, they'll knock him, but he's going to get away. Not quite enough. They kill him. What more could Fnatic get coming into this game? We talked about compositions. We said Soaz might get caught
caught
out in the top lane. Pallet comes in, but here is the damage from the Unleashed power. Soaz flashes the ball, but you cannot flash away from the biggest Koro on Young Generation. Generation definitely stepping up as the second representatives from GPL. Jez is engaged, double charm. Here goes Boxer from the flank as well. And we see Fnatic start to collapse. Stand United onto Reckless, but Big Koro is still free to pound away from the backside. Glacial Prism, that's Smithy channeling his inner kills off towards the side as Caps jumps in as well. But Young Generation able to disengage as Fnatic do not find the pick they want.
Now you get to keep throwing spears, keep trying to poke, keep trying to land something here, and then force them out. And you can see right there, they have to back up. Caps, though, looking for damage on Null.
Doesn't really have that much damage at the moment. Soaz is in such a strange position down towards the bottom side of this fight.
Yeah, it would clear the minion wave, and it would force Young Generation to move towards him, which then he could go up, and the rest of his team could collapse down and pin surf. And that's exactly what you would want to have if you're Fnatic, because they have a superior front line with two frontliners to really the one on Young Generation. But yes, Baron up in 15 seconds. You want to get those backs in now if you can. Checking gold right now, 1,700 on the Draven, 1,200 on the Syndra, and 1,000 on Venus. Right now, there's more spent gold on Fnatic's side, and they're looking for that Fnatic brush.
Gonna see if they can set up around Young Generation. Here they go from the side box to jump in, looking for Pallet. That Thresh still very tanky though as they knock Fnatic back. Young Generation perhaps want the re-engage now as Ren goes to the front line. A charm from Jez is a 5-man charm. The knockup. Big Koro still alive and he's gonna pound away on Caps. Ren dead, 2 dead from Young Generation. Fnatic able to collapse, able to get the fight they wanted.
And Null with a beautiful scout of the week there, but it still wasn't enough. And Fnatic are now on the inside track to the Baron to give themselves an advantage.
And this Baron will be exactly what Fnatic wanted, exactly what the Doctor ordered for them. Them hearts were stopping beating there. They were going into asystole, but the diagnosis was death for Ren as Pallet and him died in that last fight. The Baron for Fnatic will be secured, and they will be able to look to push towards the base of Young Generation. TP that could come in from Caps.
Whoa,
back with the scan of the week.
no!
Unleashed power!
Blasted!
There is a new fragrance on Summoner's Rift. It's bodied by Null in this game. Null is someone who wasn't really known that much before this tournament. Imagine if that was Faker. Imagine if that was Bjergsen or Jensen. Null is bodying. Here's behind no vision. Here comes Ren. The chain's gonna land, but Ren jumps straight in, knocks Reckless in the wrong way, and now Ren is actually caught off at the back. Young Generation trying to get to their top laner, but he is left out to dry. Reckless gets the kill. Caps jumps onto Big Koro, double chains, but Big Koro turns it right back around in his face, and Caps has to jump away.
The fact that Ren went in, and then he messed up the combo. Reckless didn't have flash. Reckless only had QSS to try and get out of a knockup/stun, and he was able to get out just barely off of a misplay.
But this game is still on a knife edge as Null looking for Caps. He knows Caps has gone for those flanks. Null just needs an unleashed power. Caps would not survive. Only the Mercury treads, only that meager amount of magic resist. Fnatic still with the man advantage. I understand United can now set up around the Baron. They clear out the vision and they start it up. Caps off towards the side, looking for the flank. Onto Null, jumps in with the Banshees, but here comes the Unleashed power.
My God!
Caps, Stand United just saves him though, and still Fnatic on the Baron. Are they going to do this? Because Caps has TP. Caps come back. Here comes Soaz. He's teleported in. 2,000 HP. Venus jumps in, but they target him down. He doesn't quite get it as Boxer secures it. Now Fnatic still looking for the fight, as Pallet perhaps is caught out here. Caps coming in with the teleport, and Pallet knocked up. He's going to get taken down as well. The stun into the damage from Reckless. A kill for Fnatic, a Baron as well, and perhaps be cautious about staying around. Reckless is all by himself here. Caps has a flank.
Yeah, Caps went over to try and flank. They're pushing Soaz up to the top side. Caps now on the left side of this fight. That's a low Elder Dragon. It's below half. There could be bursts coming through and it resets.
It resets, you can hear the audience.
But not completely, not completely. They're walking away. Venus is now, they're going to try to burst it.
Venus can't quite get there. Boxer does secure it, and now Soaz is looking for the flank. Has the flash, has the taunt. 3 members of Young Generation lining up for him. Caps lands the chains onto Null, and there's the taunt. That is a shot down on to the Syndra, and Young Generation just able to escape from Jez's. Caps still has that flank position. Koro, Zonius keeps him alive, but Koro will escape to the top side. And Fnatic now push in with the Baron towards this inhibitor tower in the top. Big Koro, Venus, Pallet, Null defend.
Inhibitor's coming back up now, and you can see the 1-3-1 still in place for Fnatic, the slippery LeBlanc, and then the 3 members on the top side. Yep, just keep doing this.
Inhib is down to half, Soas joins it up as well. Still that inhibitor down in the bottom lane, so they can look for this two-man stack. No minion wave there yet, but Caps takes a chunk of HP from Big Koro, who has forgone boots in his build, going for a GA instead.
Caps on the bottom side now, and they're just rotating around. That top has been a little bit difficult for them to break, but they're just getting damage and chip damage on these inhibitors. Mid already falls, and now this bottom one is looking as well.
Just League of Legends by numbers for Fnatic here, and they are painting in the happy little trees, making sure they have the rocks in the right place.
They want no happy accidents.
They've had a few this game as they've been out of position from time to time. They just have that Baron buff, not empowering the minions in this wave, which means it would take them a little bit longer to get there. Looks like Rekkles might be going back to sell his boots and buy a new item, but instead, just going to push up the next wave.
He values the boots very highly here in this matchup because of the fact he doesn't want to get hit by spears. He wants the movement speed to avoid. Could be the Phantom Dancer is what you would replace it with, but the boots still, I believe, give you a little bit more here.
Ren caught out, dodge from Caps. Explosive cast was channeled as well as Ren now looking for the chase, but the jump away from Caps. And now we'll see Fnatic going for a fight on the other side. Chain of Corruption lands, there's a Glacial Prism as well, all onto Pallet. So it goes in, Jezis trying to connect. Blue Inhibitors dies in the bottom lane as Caps takes it down, and now he's going to join the fight. So it's a great bomb stun, unleash power, kills Rekkles, but Caps is just going for the Nexus towers here. Fnatic have been forced back. Caps looking to see if he can win this game.
Yeah, they got to stop him on these Nexus turrets. They might lose one here with the damage from the creeps. Venus getting pulled in from Pallet, and he snaps back. He's trying to finish it, and Null!
He gets it, can't quite take down Null though, and Ren doesn't land the body slam, but the stun does connect. Caps jumps in with the Zhonya's, but Fnatic have lost their two carries now, and Young Generation have held onto this game.
They lost their carries.
They get back. Can they get to the Nexus?
As soon as they get back, though, they don't have the firepower to kill this off and heal simultaneously. They have to do it fast, and there's 30 seconds on the Elder Dragon.
They will escape. It's up to Ren as well to get away here because Caps is trying to chase him down. He realizes
he's spotted. He's dead.
He's on a ward. Is he dead though? We've seen Caps misplay today. It's up to Ren to try and dodge around. The chains connect and Caps jumps in. Goodbye, Ren, says Caps, as eventually he will get the kill on towards this Gragas.
Keeping him alive for as long as possible to delay his death timer. This means that he's stuck, and now it's not already ticking. He wanted to die a little earlier than this.
Will eventually go down, though. Caps does secure the kill. Elder Drake up in 2 seconds. Fnatic, though, could just look for the 4v5 in mid. Caps teleporting in towards that bottom lane. One inhibitor is alive, still for Young Generation in that top side. One Nexus tower between Fnatic and the win that they so desperately desire in this game.
Yeah, and they have 60 seconds of a 4v5. They don't care about the Elder Dragon right now. They care about pushing up and trying to win this game. We're seeing more item swaps. GA swapped out for Death's Dance for Big Koro.
It's up to him, it's up to Norl, it's up to Venus, who has a death cap of his own. The knockback minion's not quite there. The stun, though, is going to land onto Venus. Big Koro chased off towards the side. There's the charm. Mercurial Scimitar a little bit too early, but it's still Big Koro surviving. So as
Rekkles ending the game.
Unleash Tower. Rekkles says, I don't care about your kills. I want a Nexus. The best 50 gold he secured this game.
Rekkles ends the game with the team pushing forward, and really the team play there from Fnatic to understand what to do once their enemy had misplayed. The fact that they tried to end the game, Young Generation got too greedy. They pushed up with an Elder Dragon spawning. They could have reset, and Fnatic said, we're going to run you down mid. We're going to set up, and they caught Ren.
It may not be the victory screen for Young Generation, but they can take a huge amount of hope from that game as well, pushing Fnatic to 52 minutes in a game where they had a composition that seemed to fall off after the early game. They really did a number on Fnatic, forcing them all around the map, and it's a wake-up call for those EU LCS